So I woke up this morning to some disheartening.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you can hear me, okay? But thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. We're gonna hope that this goes smoothly, okay? It has been today has drained me. You hear me? It has drained me, okay? But happy Monday, happy Juneteenth, okay? Look, we're gonna be here for a minute because we're gonna watch Kimora's live, okay? We're gonna watch and talk through it. We're gonna watch and talk. It's gonna be a whole watch along because I feel like we need to watch it because I said so. Okay, so get y'all some waters, get y'all some juices, get y'all some snacks. We're gonna be here for 2 hours. I'm saying it right now. Okay, that's what we doing. I ain't got no graphics around here. I'm sharing everything from my IG because I woke up today and I did not have Kimora Lee Simmons and Aoki Lee Simmons reading Russell Simmons on my bingo card. Okay, it was my off day. Okay, me and my mama and DJ was going to the movies to see Transformers. I was supposed to be resting. And I wake up and I see Kimora and Aoki. I'm like, what? Now I gotta sit here and record the whole dang thing. Okay, and then edit the whole dang thing and get they messed up my plans. They messed up my plans. But we're gonna watch it. And that's what's gonna happen, okay? But happy Juneteenth to all of us. I took today off. You hear me? Because I refuse to work on Juneteenth. I refuse, okay? It is a national holiday. And I said, no, I won't be there. Okay, and I woke up to seeing black folk and Asian folk around here, and mixed people or whatever, going off on Russell, who we already know Russell is the issue. Okay, we already know. But it's a few other things I'm going to discuss because, again, I did all the time I was supposed to have been spending getting an actual live together, getting, graphics together. I was spending time pulling up, Aoki and Kimora. So we gonna get into it. But hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee, and this is JayLeesCorner, and this is Monday Night Pop Culture, Gossip, News, Foolishness, and Whatnot Chit Chat. Okay, it's a watch along. It's federal. Okay. Anyway, y'all know, do a couple things for me. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel to become all JayBirds. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay. Like the video, comment in the comment section, share the video, and all that stuff. It's federal. It's federal. Okay. Look. It is 113 degrees here in Michigan. I don't know why. I don't know why my signal sending down. What's my signal? What's going on? It's really, really hot, y'all. It's really, really hot here. My power went out like twice yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was or Saturday. But it's really hot. And I went outside, honey, and when I say my hair was like, no, ma'am. Ain't no silk press. Ain't no nothing. Okay. Curl right on up. Back to so a hat it is. Under my hat is a scarf. Under the scarf, look. I'm telling y'all. Okay, look. I mean, see the whole look like. But my whole, like this whole side of my hair was curly. And I was like, no, ma'am, not today. I'm gonna have a hat on. Okay, I'm gonna have a hat on. Now, we are here to have a good time. Okay, we are here to have fun. And that's really it. We're going to discuss some things. We're going to read some people. We're going to laugh about some stuff. I got my Jam and Jerome shirt on. See why my signal being dumb. Know why it's on one. What's going on? I haven't had that. You know what? It might, I don't know, because then pop up screen because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't know why. Because all today, my the stuff was taking all day to download stuff. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but we're gonna make it do what it do. I paid too much for cable. I paid too much for cable. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay. But anyway, things will be discussed. Okay. But let's go ahead and say hi to the people that's here. Okay. Let's say hi to the people that's here. Hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay, I gotta scroll back up to see and whatever. I believe I've been waiting on this all day. Look, I was like, should I go live? I was going to go live earlier, but you know what I'm saying? The movie was not over until like 6. It was like 6? Yeah, almost 6. And I'm like, I ain't prepared. Okay, so now like it would be. So I also been waiting all day. So I put Kimora's live up uninterrupted for those who wanted to watch just her and not hear me talk, okay? But I also been waiting all day, but we here, okay? We round here. Because some people don't like hearing me interrupt. So I'm like, you know what? I'll put the whole thing up there, and that way you don't have to watch me talk through it, okay? You can see it how you want to see it, okay? Either way, it's here. But around here today, we're going to have a watch along, which means talk through it, okay? She putting him telling me, no, I really, girl, what is wrong with my, I don't know why my signal, girl, because we ain't been having no issues with the internet connection, but because it's 1,000 degrees today, I'm like, is the signal being done? I will call Comcast and cut them out. So I'm hoping nothing will go in and out, okay? Because I don't want that. I don't. Do not. Because we don't want it. But no, I feel like something happened with Aoki and it set her off. And she said, not on my watch, not on my child, not today, Satan. She said, not today. Not today. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to air out your baby daddy, your ex-husband, the man who you used to be with, okay, who now gets on your nerves, who may be a little bit cuckoo, okay? That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. Okay, and I feel like sometimes you have to just go ahead and call things out if you're tired of ignoring it. And I said, maybe she's tired of ignoring it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see Transformers this weekend. It was good. Transformers Rise of the Beast. It was good. I liked the storyline. I like where it's going to go. And I like that it was it's like you, because my sister didn't come with us. She like, I haven't seen them in a while, the movies in a while. I'm like, no, you don't have to see any of the old ones to have seen this one. You know what I'm saying? It's good, okay? I'm Canadian. Well, hey, Canadian, how you doing over there? But yeah, okay. Not 113 for real. It was like 85 degrees, but it felt like 113. Okay, look, y'all know my hair was, it was silk pressed. It was real. It was chilling, and I walked outside. Okay, I walked outside, and from the moment I walked outside, my hair said, "Girl, you silly." Okay, it said, "Girl, not today." So, you know what I'm saying? This whole side of my hair kind of like it kind of waved back up. It crinkled up. And I was like, no, I just got my hair done on Friday and it's only Monday. I mean, the bun would have been back by, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I just did not expect me to walk out the house and for my hair to instantly start sweating and instantly, start waving up. So it's fine. It's fine. I'll get my braids by the end of the month. I'm trying to let my hair breathe a little bit too. Anyway, okay, we here. Okay, we here. The power is out now. Well, I hope it comes back. It went out twice, either Saturday or yesterday. I can't remember what day it was. I think it's because it's just so hot. I'm like, and it was like out and on. And then today, when I was trying to edit together and download Kimora video, like I'm like, why is it taking all day? I don't know why it's taking all day. It was just weird, okay? But I also want my hair up because it's just blowing or whatever, and so I just don't want to have to worry about it being weird and whatnot. And I like my love hat, but I'll leave it off right now. But hi. We have that as well. But I'm trying to say hi to all y'all. Hello. I did not watch the CNN Juneteenth special. I don't CNN. I'm like, I don't know that. But we here. I can't. Oh, my neighbor. You might hear music blast, and if you do, please ignore it. I hope it does not go on for too long. But let's get into a couple of things. I'm going to share my screen from. I'm just going to hope that YouTube don't pick up any noise in the music from his shit, because I mean, he was blasting music, y'all. Last night, it was like midnight. I was like, nigga, no. I need you to cut that down. Okay. But it's Juneteenth. I don't want to be a jerk or whatever. At least it ain't that. I think I'm on live because it's not that loud. But if y'all hear a little boom, 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 it ain't me, it's him. What I'm gonna do. Anyway, let's get into what we came here to get into. And again, we're gonna be skipping around stuff. Okay. I kept singing this. I'm probably gonna be a little bit loud too. I kept seeing this of, schools and principals and people around here not giving people their diploma for one reason or the other. Like, oh, the kid was clapping, the kid did a little shimmy, the parents was happy. I'm like, why? Since when and on what planet is it to where you don't give the kids their diploma because they make so? I'm like, who does that? It's weird to me that any adult in a position of power to give a child their high school diploma would say, hey, you can't get it because you clapped. You can't get it because you did a little shimmy. I'm not, look, first of all, if my child was walking across the stage and someone said, oh no, they can't get the diploma, I'm coming up on stage. We finna tussle. We're gonna tussle. Because how dare you ruin my child's, moment. Parents wait 12 years, okay, waking kids up for school every day, getting the clothes pressed, paying for senior dues, paying for all this stuff, and you want to be the jerk who say, well, no, we're not, step over to the side, step over there. No, give me my stuff. Like right now. I want it right now. I don't understand. It happened at a few like different schools. Like I think it was this was the first person I saw. But This one happened somewhere else, and it was another where it was a guy it happened to. And I'm like, the principal need to be drop kicked in their esophagus. Okay, I don't know who can do that, maybe Chuck Norris, but someone needs to drop kick them in the esophagus. What does it matter? Because my thing is, not giving them a diploma does not mean they don't graduate. To me, the person withholding the diploma is causing more of a scene than the person who walked and just, hey, why can't I wave to my mama? Why can't I wave to the crowd? What does that do? We're not robots. I'm like, it would have been some tussling. If it was me, because actually today is the anniversary of I graduated from high school 23 years ago today, June 19th, 2000. Okay, 23 years ago. Had our principal said, Jaylee, you can't get your diploma because you banked head bounce across the thing, I would have said, Miss Polk, kiss my ass, snatched my diploma, and walked away. I've already graduated. And I probably would have tripped her. It would have been some tussling. All up and through. Okay. I need parents to know if somebody tries to prevent your child from their moment, you are allowed to get loud and boisterous. Don't get violent. Don't get violent. We don't condone violence. Okay. But why? For what? Poor K. Anyway, I'm trying to rush through things so I can get to the thing. Okay. I don't know if y'all, I watched Nat 0210. Okay, I'm a Tori Spelling fan. I liked her from back in the day. Her and that man Dean McDermott, they had a whole tumultuous get together. I believe something had happened. I don't know, but they've had a life. Okay, well they are breaking up. First of all, I'm like, when they say Tori and Dean breaking up, I'm like, first of all, y'all married. Y'all not boyfriend girlfriend. It's a divorce. Okay, you're separating. Okay, it's supposed to be over. I'm like, but saying, oh, they broke up. You can't. No, you're divorcing. The marriage is ended. It's a wrap. Okay, now I feel like we saw this coming years in the making. I feel like they stayed together longer for the kids. I think the kids are at an age now to where it's okay and they fine. But I mean, I'm not surprised. Now, they kept saying that Tori should be on Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think she should too. We shall see. Okay. But again, Tori and Dean, they divorced him, breaking up, separating. The marriage is over. And I'm not celebrating. I'm just saying we saw it coming. I wish her a speedy move on shit. Okay, Dean, go ahead on somewhere and get out of our face. Okay. Now, I wanted to say, hey, so Candy, keep a bag Burris, okay? Because Candy keep a bag Burris and Escape round here on tour doing things, okay? Now, we have not heard much from Tasha at all, okay? We ain't heard much from Tasha at all. And a part of me feel like, girl, you went through all that ruckus to be a solo artist, and you the only one we ain't hearing about performing. Thank you, Kia Bell Sparks, for the super chats. My daughter graduated this weekend after school. This is that every last one of my 23 relatives that flew in would have been on that thing. ASAP. Okay. Because it's like, what are you doing? But back to escaping them. I'm very proud. Okay, because when the Escape and SWV show happened, so many folks were like, oh my God, who cares about Escape? Oh my God, it's all about SWV. I'm like, first of all, both groups are great. But I'm like, the fact that Escape was out here still booking shows, looking good. I like that they have upgraded their stage outfits, their props. It looks so, not that it looked bad before, but I feel like it's okay. Y'all want to play some games? Y'all want to play? And she said, okay, let's play. And they have been around here looking good. Okay, looking good, sounding good. they used to have those not costumes. They used to have umbrellas that was held by men with like, the little rain drizzle or whatever. They have hats now. Like, it's real cute. And I like that they look like they ain't missed a beat. That's the thing for me. Okay? They have not missed a beat. You can never let somebody see. You can never want to do your own thing and on other people or whatever. And look at God. God said, I'm going to let y'all keep singing. Okay? Tamika, Tiny, Candy, and Don Juan around here having a good time, okay, or whatever, on tour singing. And I have not heard anything negative about it or whatever at all, okay? So kudos to them for that. Okay, what's next? I don't remember. I'm skipping over them. I'm gonna that. Tory Lanez. So we know his sentencing was pushed back to, I think, August 7th. I'm like, let him stay in there. Don't sentence him. Let him stay in there a while. And we'll get back to him in 2030. Okay? We'll check back in with Tory Lanez in 2030 and maybe say come outside and play. Okay? But Megan, the reporter, okay, is reporting or was reporting because the file and the emails and stuff from the case, have been released. Okay, and I call her Megan the reporter, because Megan the reporter has been reporting on any court case going on. Megan around here, hey ma, that's my mama. Hey mama, how you doing? I love you. What if you? I just left her. Anyway, but Megan the reporter reports on all the stories that's been going on, like basically in LA, was reading about how Tory's lawyer was telling him, hey, I'm not comfortable going with the Kelsey did it defense. I don't think it make no sense. I don't think it's smart. Stupid. And I was like, I like the fact that the lawyer was like, girl, see my hair blowing. I like the fact that the lawyer said, I don't think that's plausible. I don't think it makes any sense. Like, we should, the Kelsey did it defense don't match. Okay, we shouldn't do that. And I said, yeah, you shouldn't. It sounds stupid. It sounds dumb. Okay, and the fact that we're hearing, I feel like we all kind of knew that. We all assumed that was going to be his defense about what it was, and I was like, no, no. And I think that's why Tory on like social media and little stuff or whatever was trying to say it wasn't really me. You know what I'm saying? He was alluding to it being Kelsey without saying it. And I think that's why in the courtroom that never came out fully. Because what? Kelsey did it? No. And it was like, it wasn't even a let's make that be the full defense. It was like, let's make that be the assumption. Let's not say she did it. Let's just put out little tidbits as if it could be her. It might be her. I want to see if I'm hope if I turn my Wi-Fi off, if this gets better. I hope it don't end. Let's see if this works, because I'm seeing the one notch. It should not be the one notch, and it's still one. It's making me mad. I'm gonna cut it back on. It's just so I don't know. Y'all. Am I sounding choppy? Do I sound weird? Just let me know, okay? Because I don't want to sound weird or whatever. We gonna see. Because again, I haven't had internet issues, since they came out fix my stuff. But it's been so weird with the weather, whatever. It feels it's stupid. Okay, I'm good. Not choppy. Okay, thank you. I want to give y'all a good show. Okay, so I'm happy that nobody took the Kelsey did it, way out. Now Kelsey was dumb. I would have been said he did it. You're not gonna put my feet. He did it, okay? But seeing things come out now, showing how deceitful his lawyers were trying to be, let's blame somebody else. It's like, no, bro, you did it. Even if it was a mistake, even if you didn't mean to do it, you did it. So that's why he's sitting right where he at right now, okay? Because you was being dumb. Dumb Diddy, okay? And I was like, He wanted the appeal, denied. He wanted the judge to be reassigned, denied. Everything he wanted, denied. Why? Because he's been lying up in games since day one, and we ain't got time for it. Not today, not ever. Okay. Now, I was gonna cut. Look, John Amos. The daughter and the son are both claiming that he's being abused as an elder. There's audio of him saying it's the daughter. There's audio of him saying it's the son. I'm like, what, is it both of them? I feel like it's both of them. And because we've heard audio of him saying is at one point it was the son and at one point it's the daughter, I'm like, hell, is John okay? I don't know, but I don't know. To me, hearing him blame both kids, it just confuses me.
This is him making plans to try and leave something for Jazz and Kiera. If he's got plans to spend it all on himself and drugs and whatever else it is he's buying, that needs to be confirmed. And the confirmation would be best done by a doctor. Yes, he has cocaine in his system. Yes, he's using. I see evidence of habitual use.
I'm like, I need somebody to go. I told y'all, go get Florida Evans. Okay, I need someone to figure it out because I'm like, I don't get how there's audio of him talking about both kids. I'm like, both of them kids need Jesus, if you ask me. Okay, so we don't know, but John is alive and well, and we shall see. I don't know this lady. I keep seeing her name, and I saw the video of her on stage, and she was performing, and someone literally threw a cell phone, like chucked a cell phone on stage, hit her dead in the face. I'm like, why is y'all throwing phones? And it's one thing if you at a concert and you're in the front row and you want to hand the person your phone to maybe take a photo or video, whatever, and you toss it up but you toss it like on the stage. No, the video was like her. It was in her face. Okay, look at this black hole eye. I was like, who and why? Okay, it's crazy. Now, thank God she good, but I'm gonna need folk to not be around here. Okay, throwing heavy ass expensive cell phones at people's faces. It's stupid. Okay. And the guy who threw it was arrested. I was like, good. It's a 27-year-old concert goer named Nicholas Vagina. Anyway, he's from Jersey. Send his ass to jail. Okay, that's assault and battery. Point blank. Period. Yeah. Don't throw phones on the stage at people's heads. It's not smart. Chrisean Rock. Chrisean Rock is currently pregnant. Okay. I mean, at this point, I feel like there's nothing we can do about her being pregnant. Okay. She wants the baby. But I still need her to make some wise decisions. First of all, if you gon' smoke ganja, don't have the phone showing you sitting there with the belly and you rolling it. Now, she was on live with Glorilla. And when Glorilla saw it, she's like, oh, pick your phone up. Pick your phone up. Pick your phone up. Oh, okay. Because she didn't know, girl, the freaking camera pointed right at the ganja. I said, girl, I feel like CPS going to be on her head and Blueface. Because why? Now, I feel, look, I saw folks saying in the comment section, well, my family member, they smoke weed when they were pregnant, they kid fine. No, no. I do not understand why anyone would do any kind of drug while knocked up. Okay? You should not smoke. You should not drink. I know they say if you're pregnant, like a glass of red wine is okay, whatever, but you should not be smoking. That's just stupid. Just dumb. So we're going to hope, that CPS is just aware of things going on and will be sure to come in and swoop in and get that baby come hook or crook. Congratulations, confetti, okay, to Travis and Courtney. Is her name? Well, I guess she's still Kourtney Kardashian. You know her name should be Travis. Is it Courtney Travis? I don't know. Well, his last name Barker. Is it Courtney Barker now? Is she by her real name? I don't know. But she's pregnant. Now, they have been talking about ever since they were engaged how, they wanted, to have their own child. Like, she has all them kids with Scott. He has, I think, 2 kids with his ex-wife, Shannon Moakler. But they wanted a child together. Look, they're so in love and blah, 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 blah. Now, she was at the concert. Because he's in Blink 182, and she was in the stands when it was signed. And Travis, I'm pregnant. Now, a lot of folks thought that was her way of telling him that she was pregnant. Okay, they then said, "Well, how could he not know? Look how big her belly is." I was like, first of all, y'all too young, okay? Because in the video, look at all the small things. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the thumping off. La 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 la. That song, whatever. In the video, a girl is in the audience with a sign saying, "Hey, I'm pregnant." It was not their way of. It was not her way of telling him she was. It was their way of announcing to the world that she's pregnant, and she was redoing a scene from their video from like 20 years ago. So he knew. It wasn't to tell him that she was pregnant. It was her and him announcing to the world that they're pregnant. If you did not see, and I'm not gonna play the video because it's copyright. So it was from that. That was a big, huge song for them. And in the video, as he's playing the drums and they're doing the song, a girl is in the crowds with a sign that said that. So it wasn't her telling him. So I'm like, wow, she was. He knew she was pregnant. She has a big belly. Okay. They announced it to the world that way. A lot of people announce their pregnancy different ways. This was their way. So it was not an announcement to him. Just saying. Okay. Either way I go, congratulations. But some folks are too young to know about Blink 182 and their old videos. And they did not. I immediately, I'm like, that was in the video. I got it. I was like, that's what it was. Okay. Anyway, but kudos and congrats to them on a new baby on the way. Okay. Faith and Stevie J seemingly are moving forward with the divorce finally. I feel like they have been divorcing for just as long as Kenya and Mark. Okay. So Stevie J has turned in whatever documentation that they can finally finalize the divorce. The car he allegedly stole, borrowed, ran away with, or whatever, that issue has been resolved. Okay, now while neither one of them have put out a statement, the fact that this can finally be done works for me. Now I do wonder if he will try to get custody of Bonnie Bella because Joe Austin out here getting arrested. Okay, is he trying to move on from one situation in court to another one? I don't know. Okay, but I need Faith to hurry up and be far, far away from me with this shit. Meaning get away from Stevie J. Boosie Boo. Boosie right here being stupid. So we all know that Boosie was in court last week. The gun charge he had was at first it was officially dropped. He in the same courtroom, okay, he was then arrested by the feds, and no one knew why. Well, we now know. Okay, Boosie, who was pulled over, the car was searched. They found 2 weapons. It was because the police, you hear me? The people, you hear me, was watching him on somebody else's Instagram live. Boosie, who was a felon, was standing around with the gun in his back pocket on camera. On IG Live with a whole weapon in his waistband. I said, are you that dude? I don't understand why anybody who is a known felon or whatever, first of all, stop allowing people to film you. Or if you do, don't have nothing on you, near you, or nothing. Because this is just pure stupidity, you hear me? And because they saw him on Instagram Live with that hammer in his back pocket, okay, they then sent out the helicopters, you know what I'm saying, and pulled him over and found the stuff. And that's how it ended up being a federal matter. It's federal. Because he's a felon who was in possession of a handgun. How you know? Well, because it was in the back pocket. You hear me? I feel like he be stupid. He be stupid. He be stupid. He be dumb for no reason. It's like pay people for that stuff. Dumb. Okay, is it Jay Morant or Jai? I don't know. The man who keep putting guns around himself, toy or real. I don't get why anybody on this green earth who had already gotten, a slap on the wrist for one real gun charge would get a play one and be on camera with it. I'm like, now why couldn't you have a regular lighter? The fact that he was saying the weapon they saw him with was actually a lighter. I said, you stupid. He got a 25-game suspension that starts next season without pay. Now, Nike is going to continue backing him up. Okay, as Nike said, we are pleased that Jai is taking accountability and prioritizing his well-being. We will continue to support him on and off the court. Okay, because he said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I can't find where I put it. But I was like, sir, you want some B of the S. Okay, you on some B of the S. Neo and Crystal are not back together, but they were spotted together at a restaurant opening center, strictly business. Let me make something perfectly clear. If my husband cheated on me and had babies, 2 babies on me while we are together, even if we have businesses together, you can't be that close to me. Get your hand off me. Like, it can be strictly business. Don't touch me. Crystal, girl, no. Just stop it. Don't do it. Leave it be. I feel like I know that, sometimes exes have to like be around each other. I don't have an issue with that. I think that happens. But, I needed to be 2 people in between us. I don't want to be next to him. And I will for sure say, Neo, get your damn hands off me. To me, Neo puts out this aura or this image of, sexy love. You know what I'm saying? He want to be the crew. I'm like, no. I can't even look at Neo as an R&B crooner because I'm like, you a womanizer. You did it with Marietta. You not have done it with Crystal. And so the same way I don't believe Brian McKnight loves songs no more. I don't believe Neo loves, I'm so sick of love songs. So I'm sick of you. So if I was his ex-wife, no. Mm-mm. We can both be cool. We can both be here. Cool. We can both be here. Cool. Do not put your hands on me. Because your hands and your penis was in that girl who you had 2 kids with. Bastard. Somebody broke into B. Simone's car. They were in Oakland, busted the windows, took everything out the car. Okay, they weren't playing.
Vehicle. Like,
Took the stuff, okay? And what she said was, whoever robbed us took hella sentimental stuff, my Bible, which was a gift, and highlighted all the way through our personal journals, cameras with personal content. After diamonds in the bag, the stuff can be placed. I want my Bible back. Seriously, okay? I was like, people is around here just look. I always say, do not leave stuff in your car. People are ruthless these days. They want whatever. They want whatever you have. Okay. So please don't do it. Don't do it. You hear me? Do not leave stuff in your car. Sukiyana, put out a whole post about her wanting to forgive old boy. Old boy apologized to his family as well. All is good. Okay. I thought I had her thing said I do not, YK and Sukiyana is good. Sukiyana was back outside the day or so after saying, she good. Kim Zodiac daughter is gonna say she wished someone would have told her to stop getting filler in her lips. And everyone said, bitch, we told you. We've been telling you and your mama. Okay, so don't come around here talking about how ain't nobody told you when we told you. Okay, we told you, you ain't listen. So she's saying that now she's going to learn to not overfill her lips. Okay, she's going to stop getting so much. I was like, girl, if you say something, you lying. A man is suing BT for $2 million for false advertising for promoting the Ambrose and Johnson fight and then did not show it. So he only signed up to watch the fight. I said, first of all, sir, if you only sign up to the thing to watch one fight, you stupid. You can sign up for Zeus and get 18,000 fights. That's stupid. That's dumb. Okay. I'm like, first of all, how you sue for $2 million? How a BET Plus membership is like $11, maybe $12. I don't know. How you give it $2 million? Who your lawyer? Who told you I'm a girl? Black folk around here. I was like, sir, what is wrong with you? Why would you do this? And he's a law graduate. His name was James Camper. Look, if he gets some money, if he gets some money, everybody gonna sue BT. It's gonna be a class action lawsuit. Because sir, not everybody, a lot of folks only did that to watch. Okay, it's just dumb. I'm gonna touch on this because this happened here, and I had been, debating with myself if I was going to discuss. It's about foolishness. Okay, it's about foolishness, and I have been going back and forth in my head like, should I cover it or whatever? Because I know the parents of one of these young men. One of these young men, their mom grew up around the corner from me. We went to the same elementary school, high school, middle school. I still know the family now. I have not talked to them in a minute. However, because I know the family. At first, I'm like, I don't want to cover it. You know what I'm saying? But I said no, because if this was anybody else, I would cover it and have commentary, okay? And I feel like because I know the family, I also know I can say this is a main example of somebody doing something stupid who wasn't raised to do something dumb. And when I saw the story, I was like, when I seen the surveillance, the when I seen before they released names, when I saw just the I'm like, that's so and so. That's so and so. I instantly knew who, because I'm like, and I'm like, the fuck. And when I read these, I was like, this is some dumb shit. This is some dumb shit. And I know, like his mama, they not like that at all. Like loving parents, you know what I'm saying? Not out here. Why? I'm like, and it's just proof to me how you can come from a great family, not be raised that way, and then still go do some dumbass shit, get caught on camera, and now you would embarrass the whole family. So, yeah, on June 10th, 2 teenagers in the gas station trying to rob a cop who was in his full cop unit. Like, he not dressed like a security guard. 2 teens have been charged, and now they're charged as adults after allegedly jumping a Detroit cop and that's his gun. 16-year-old Dwayne, and I'm not gonna say which kid I know. 16-year-old Dwayne Whitley has been charged with 1 count of armed robbery, 1 count of disarming a police officer, and 1 count of assault with a dangerous weapon, and 3 counts of felony firearm. 17-year-old Marlon Henderson has been charged with 1 count of armed robbery, 1 count of disarming a police officer, and 2 counts of felony firearm. And he literally in the gas station, the cop was in the gas station to stop to get like snacks or whatever on his way to work. And as it say, Henderson was caught on video robbing the officer of his department issued firearm while Whitley pointed a handgun at the officer. After physical altercation, the officer regained control of his weapon and the teens then fled from the scene. It also prosecutors say the suspects are also possibly linked to a separate carjacking and shooting. They will soon face those charges as well. And the crazy thing is, I'm like, and both teams turned themselves in earlier this week, and they were able to identify them because the family members was like, that's so and so. That's so and so. And I'm like, it's just stupidity. Look, again, I'm gonna say I know the family of one of these kids, and I was fucking shocked, and I feel bad because I know how much his mom and his dad too. I more know the mom than I know the dad too. You know what I'm saying? But I really grew up with the mom. Like, I used to call her my godmom when I was a kid. She only like a year or 2 older than me. And just knowing that, because you see kids do dumb stuff, and you be like, man, them kids so whatever. Family, no, and I'm like, no, the parents of the kid I know, like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Just knowing his mom and how she is and how much of a hard worker she is, how much of a hard worker the daddy is. You know, the siblings are good kids, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. And it's because like seeing the actual, I'm like, could you hear, I'm like, was it like a fight? You know, was it whatever? And I'm like, oh no, they really just tried to rob a cop in the fucking gas station. And I said before, I'm like, people should know there are cameras everywhere, especially in gas stations. I don't know the point of robbing a cop. I think it's crazy, but They turn themselves in. They're both 16 and 17 years old. We're probably gonna get jail time. Just because it's a lot to rob a cop. You know what I'm saying? You could have got killed. Like the cop could have shot you. You up here wrestling with a cop. And I was fucking could have knocked my big ass or what felt. I could not believe it, okay? But I mean, girl, I'll follow the case. I don't know. We're gonna see. I want to discuss Ari. So Ari, who y'all know is the baby mama of so-and-so. Who her baby did? I can't remember. Oh, it's the dude. It's what's the dude name? Who her baby daddy? Who is it? I think I forgot his name. I don't know. Oh, is what's the dude name? Y'all know. Let me get on y'all. Let me go in the comment section. Zicky, I'm like, I knew it was somebody. She heard about. So when I seen the fact that Ari posted allegedly the phone number for G Herbo's girlfriend Tiana on social media. Fully posted the shit on social media. And I was like, why would she do that? Why? So she posted the girl phone number. Now, we don't know if it's an old number, but either way it go, it was the girl's phone number. And then on social media, on Twitter mainly, folk like, why would you do that? Why? You're a bitter baby mama. Is dumb. And so what she said was, my child was left in her care, and she took my son outside somewhere, and I called to talk to my son, and she had my number blocked, and told her mama I can't have her number, and to take it up with her. If I can't have a contact on who has my son because you don't like me, then you should have my son. So not everybody got your number, because find somebody else to play with. And when somebody said, not Ari, it was a better way to handle that, no, it wasn't. I called from numbers, called his dad, called his grandma, DM her, don't tell me about better ways. She then said his dad left town and I didn't even know, so my baby was left with her, which isn't a problem, but at least let me have a contact so I can check on my baby. That's crazy. And let me say this too real quick, because y'all gotta let the bitter baby mama thing go. Respectfully, saying I want to be with my baby daddy is like saying I'm broke. I'm a broke bitch. It'll never ever happen. I treat her like a brother. I have no desire to fuck him. Outside of a co-parenting relationship, being a side bitch to your own baby daddy is the lowest, most embarrassing thing you can be in the world. So cut that out. And someone said, girl, you got all his money, get him a phone. He's 5. Don't remember to take his phone with him everywhere. Bitch, shut up, whatever. And this is what I gotta say. One, as the little boy mama, she's a right to want to be able to get in contact with her child. I'm not gonna say that's a rational thought. This is my thing. If you was able to call the daddy and the grandmama, and they like, oh, they outside. You know where they at. They outside. I feel like if you really wanted to be able to always be able to contact your child, you would be sure the rule would be, one, when I see him over there, I will be sure that he has his phone with him. I would tell them, y'all have to be sure to have that phone, that's his phone, on y'all at all times. Because if it ring, it's me calling for him. Hand him the phone. I feel like you putting out the girl phone number was petty. It was childish. You putting her phone number had nothing to do with nothing. Because again, we know you and that girl do not get along. We know all of that. That ain't no secret. However, you putting out her phone number was a petty, bitter baby mama action. Period. She does have the right to want to be able to get in contact with her child at any point. But can't nobody tell me that she ain't know before that day that she was blocked from calling Tiana. I don't think for 1 second that she got blocked that day. I think she already knew she was blocked, period. And because you know y'all have issue, as a parent, I would make sure my child who's 5, who y'all make it seem like he's oh so grown on any other day, that there's always a phone for just him. So that way you don't have to call Tiana or the grandmama or the daddy. That's the fixer. You wanted to put her number out there. You want to make people feel like she's the issue. And I'm not saying that Tiana is innocent in this. I'm saying if your point was you want to always be able to contact your child, if your child has a cell phone, which you say the child do, your excuse can't be he's 5, he don't remember. You should remember. And a point should be whenever you with my child, Tiana, you don't have the answer of my call on your phone, but you do have to be sure that my son's phone is with him. And if you do not trust Tiana with your child, then she should not be able to watch him. I would never want somebody, baby mama, to not trust me enough to need to call me to see what's going on with their child while they with me. If I don't like you, if I don't trust you, I would not want you with my child. So the fact that she said, if she didn't have an issue with trying to watching her child, well, leave her the fuck be. If you know you blocked and you know she with, like, she has 2 of the kids. The fuck? So Ari is, now I don't know if she still won't G Herb, I don't know about that. I do know she petty and bitter. And I'm like, you have a whole rich boyfriend too. The girl, go do something. Go do something. Anyway, y'all, I think that's all the stuff I want to do for today. For that, let's get into what we came here to get into. Okay, and that is the people airing each other out. But take one quick second, y'all, and like the video. Because y'all know liking is the thing to do. Okay. Now, as I told y'all in the beginning, I don't have no graphics besides this one. Okay. But Kimora Lee Simmons, Aoki Lee Simmons, and Russell Simmons, I was like, that was not on my bingo card today. Okay. So this morning, for some reason, it was a mess. Now, Kimora went on IG Live. We're going to watch that and have a conversation. As Kimora was on IG Live, Aoki was also on IG Live. Aoki's live is shorter, so I want to watch hers first. Because it kind of started from what Mean posted, wishing Kimora happy Father's Day, but then stuff that Aoki was going through with Russell. So apparently, allegedly, Russell Simmons is a piece of shit. I mean, that's just what it is. Okay. Apparently, at least recently. Okay, at least recently. Us not knowing the fact that Russell Simmons is blocked by Kimora, both his daughters on social media, They don't talk to him often, even though, let me share his page. Even though, and again, I hope y'all got y'all some waters. I hope y'all got y'all some waters. We finna, and y'all know I talk. I talk, okay? And girl, now Rosa put them on stuff. Lord Jesus. So let me share my screen. Don't you leave running up here. They know that. So Russell on his page, he posts, stuff about his kids. Okay. We see this post from May 27 of him, in a whole diatribe, congratulating Aoki, who just graduated from Harvard. We see him posting now. What I did not realize is these are all kind of old photos of them and him, and then photos he took from their social media of them by themselves. He posted one about Aoki. He did one as well for Ming, because Ming just graduated from NYU. And again, old photos of them as kids or them together. And then a lot of photos of them currently that he's taken from their social medias. So if you look at his page, he seemed like a great father. He said congrats to the graduation, but you're not realizing that he's not in none of these pictures. He's not in nothing, okay? And again, he just, puts up stuff. He posted this an hour ago. God is testing you a little bit. It's okay. Be strong. They are called growing pains. As you know, we grow through adversity and struggle. You read my books and heard me preach your whole childhood. Reach back to remember, smile and breathe, smile and breathe. You are the watchers of this world, so let go, be at ease. God is driving, and he is working on you. Deeply sorry for being frustrated and yelling, but know this, there's no condition. For sure, I love you guys more than I love myself. And he posted this because of all the stuff from earlier. But the fact that he took a screenshot from something from their pages, the stuff he's posting is like he's taking stuff from their social media and posting it on his page, from before today. So you would think, oh, he's an active father. He's posting them and saying how much he loves them. He's tagging them or whatever and stuff. So you would think, oh, okay, he's wishing Kimora a happy Mother's Day and stuff. So, but no one would think to go look on his page and see this, because Kimora, Ming, and Aoki wasn't saying anything. Like, they just weren't saying nothing, basically, okay? But, he just, again, he shares stuff that he got from their pages to his page, because it makes him look like a great father, because he's posting his two daughters. He loves his daughters, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. He's reposting stuff, but you never see the girls commenting or liking his stuff. Okay, I want to put that out there. So, Aoki, I want to play her live first, because hers is on Kimora's is like 40 fucking minutes. But what she said, I'm like, okay. So Aoki, who was the 20-year-old daughter of theirs, she's very emotional. Okay, she's very emotional. Just saying.
I did also want to come.
She was live twice. I'm gonna bring that up as well. She was live twice. I caught a bit of the first one, and it was a lot. This is the second time she went live. She kind of explained why she was having this emotional outburst about all this. And she was on live at the same time her mama was on live.
Here and say that a lot, I can't, between a lot of people who are close to him and who have experienced how he is, just lashed out at anyone he can. and completely changed the person that he is. A lot of us feel like maybe something's wrong, like mentally, I don't know. He's older, I don't know, but he has completely changed. I will come on here and talk about whatever I want because it's my life and I'm the one suffering. So, he has completely changed. The couple texts I just had, those are only the beginning. I'm gonna go through them if he's gonna, I don't want to post a ton, but if he tries to say that, like, it's not happening, I have screen recordings, I have voice memos of things that it doesn't sound like a human being. He's like shrieking and yelling, and I mean, he sounds like possessed. So, I will say, I'm not even sure if it's like to his credit, but the best explanation I have is something mental going on, because I used to be very close to my dad. He used to be a good co-parent, close with my mom, my stepdad. He was his godfather to my little brothers. We all went on vacation together every year, like very close, well after the divorce. Everyone was really happy. When he had business ventures, my mom would invest in them, like good friends. He'd come stay with us, like we'd come stay there.
If y'all are old and remember, back when him and Kimora broke up and divorced, they were still a whole happy family. Like, it was weird at one point, like, y'all real cool. And she was like, we're divorced, but whatever. He's like a brother now. So she's right. For a long time, it was like normal. And then like maybe 5-6 years ago, like you just stopped seeing them all together. You know what I'm saying?
We don't, like, all the time, everyone together. And then really he suddenly just decided that, like, if we don't agree, it's, oh, you're all bitches like your mother, I hate you, all these fucking bitches are the same. Oh my, I mean, he's just a different person. Like, he has, like, looked me in the eye, and I've been like, I need help. I was in Greece doing the camp, and I was like, you cut off my debit card. I only got like couple $100 a month as a minor. And I was like, I'm in a foreign country, and my debit card won't work. I can't even add money to it. Can you help me? And he was just like, no, I sure hope that you don't die on the streets of Thessaloniki. And I was like, no, like, I'm really stranded out here. I need help. And he's like, well, maybe you should ask your mother not to sue me.
If anybody watched, like, Run's House, when Vanessa and Angela had that their own show, and Russell would sometimes be on there, that's how Russell would talk to people. Like, he would, like, it sounds how he was the time we would see him on different shows. Like, that's how he talk. Like, that's how he is. So I'm not surprised. What she's saying sounds exactly like we've seen him do to people in the past.
And I'm like, you're suing her. And he's like, well, maybe when you bitches decide you're gonna, like, be reasonable, I'll help you. And I'm like, this is unsafe. It's nighttime. What? You cut me off out of nowhere. And he did it, like, on purpose. He was like, oh, enjoy camp. I put, like, you're good to go. I put money on your card. And then he cut it off when I landed. So I'd be stranded. My mom helped me. It was fine. Worst things have happened. I'm just saying, he'll, like, look me in the eye and be like, well, maybe when you bitches decide to, like, threatening me. So I felt that was important to include, because if we do continue to get into it, and some of the things that I post are going to look crazy, and I agree, they're crazy, and it would honestly make me feel better if something was severely wrong, because this is just not the father that I know, or the father that I've had. Like, to this day, I would never let a man talk any kind of way to me, because my dad was always good to me, and then he just completely changed. So I just want to include that it could be that, and I don't know his mental situation, but, like, he used to do kind of crazy stuff, and then say he had COVID, so we'd all call him, or if we'd say, hey, I need some space, because all you do is tell me how awful I am, and how I have my mom's awful, shitty, bitch-ass cunt genetics. So, hey, like, I'm in school, and can you not harass me when I'm in school? He wasn't paying for school, by the way. Can you not harass me? And then I would say, I'm going to take some time.
Her live cut off at that point in time. But I feel like we have never really heard anything negative about his girls. Like, the fact that they be in college, minding their business, no matter what we've heard of him. Now, we know Russell fled the United States to, I think he's like in Bali or whatever, because of those allegations against him. So he can't even be here. You know, he can't even be here. So for me, I'm like, when she's, you know, his 20-year-old daughter, she's saying how he will like, so this is a thing she put up, but she took it down, but Kimora had it up. This is a FaceTime screen recording of him talking to her. And I'm like, what? Now, y'all know you may not know, if you have an iPhone, if you screen record a FaceTime call, it won't record the audio. You know what I'm saying? But if you read his lips, at one point you do see him saying, she stole all my money. I'm broke now. She stole everything. And the fact that he's on the phone with Aoki yelling and fussing and cussing at her about stuff that she don't have nothing to do with. And she was saying like, he would call me and trigger me because look at what he's doing. This is what he does. And it's sad the fact that that's what she's going through with him. Right. He mouths, I'm broke. She stole it all. She put up, I want to share some screenshots because I did not want to put them in the thing because let me see, share screen, because I couldn't read it. It was too small. And this way I can blow it up and y'all can see it a bit better. So Aoki put up text between her and him. I'm out here praying for you and hope everything goes well, and you call my mother a piece of shit. Neutral my ass. I don't even appear in your media, and your mother has stolen my money and the love of my kids, as she promised she is. She is actually, and it cuts off, and she put up, like, I've had enough. I know I may lose jobs or whatever. I don't even know I was always a daddy's girl. You can see that in any picture, but he's been awful to me for years, and that's just the truth. And she said he did not steal, like, she did not steal your money. You lost it. She did not steal it. And then, you know, she's with shit. You can't come at me about my mama. Like, you just can't. Like, that's how you can't come at me about my mother. And so she posted a whole bunch of other. This the Kimora had these still put up. I don't know if she did. If she did, I'll put them from Kimora. But they had all these posts. Let me share this from Kimora's page, just so that y'all can see the foolishness that is what Russell had been doing. And outside of that, you know, even Aoki sending this to him, where she's telling him, let me read it to y'all. Dad, I stopped talking to you because you were giving me panic attacks to the point where I was placed on emergency medication. Every time we spoke, I could not have a relationship with you until that stops. No one stops me from talking to you. My health does. I have to put that first. Every time I spoke to you, you would yell and scream about a legal situation that I can't even respond to because I am not involved. I am your child, not your lawyer, not your ex-wife, any of it. I could do nothing, yet you will yell at me like it's my fault. You're putting so much anger and rage on me every phone call, cursing, screaming, and God knows what else. I'm sorry, but I cannot be the target of that. It's not fair. It got to the point I cannot hear your voice without having an anxiety attack. Your health, you have to at least respect I'm putting my health and well-being first. So I'm like, they were just showing all of what she was going through, at least Aoki. We had not heard much from Ming at all. And this was her showing how Russell will be posting stuff as if they're a big happy family. And they're not. Okay. How Aoki would at least send Happy Father's Day. Okay. So it's just like he on some bullshit. So that was Aoki's, point of view. I want to get that part out the way first. Now let's get to Kimora. So Kimora's issue was a bit different. Kimora came on because she felt like Russell was coming at her based on something Ming put up. Okay, now y'all ready? Let's get to it.
So I woke up this morning to some disheartening messages.
And let me put out just a precursor. Kimora Lee Simmons, for about 95% of the time, to me, have always seemed unproblematic. The only time I had an issue with Kimora was when that whole Jordan Woods, Tristan Thompson, Courtney thing happened, and we know she's friends with the Kardashians. We know that. The issue I had with Kimora was when she was saying like, Tisa bitches, this, that, or the other. That made me mad because I'm like, Jordan and the females wasn't the issue. Tristan was. Period. So I was mad at her for that back then. I kind of got over it or whatever. But 95% of her time that I've known Kimora, she's been very unproblematic in my opinion. I've known her to be a great mom to them girls and them boys or whatever. So I feel like I'm not going to be like, ooh, she's a bad person. She isn't. That's my opinion. Okay, let's go.
From one of my baby daddies. Now, those of you that know me, many of you here have known me for 176 years. I'm a single mom of 5 kids, and I have 3 baby daddies. 3. I said it, 1, 2, 3. So one of them, Muscle Women's, is seeming to be a little bit upset because
Russell Simmons.
my oldest daughter, who's 23, about to be 24, a whole ass adult, posted a message to me that said, Happy Father's Day.
So that's what Ming posted. Ming, I saw that, and I'm like, oh, that was cute. When I saw it, I was like, But if you think about it, Kimora is the person who, for her kids, have always been in her life. So they may say, because I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, Happy Father's Day. Not because my dad, like, my birth father, I did not call my birth father on Father's Day. I just did not. My dad, who was technically my stepfather, had been in my life since I was in first grade up until he passed away. But my mom has always been in my life. So even I jokingly said, hey, my Happy Father's Day. She was like, I'm your mama. I don't need Father's Day. And I'm like, well, that's true. So, but I can understand someone, saying Happy Father's Day because if that's the parent who's always been the parent. You know what I'm saying? So Ming posted that, and that's where it all started.
And I reposted that, and he was, I guess, upset. I don't really know. He posted a message, a cryptic message that said, something about...
So he posted, stop telling fathers they should have fought harder to see their children and start asking mothers why he had to fight at all. I'm like, what? Which makes us, look, that's a blanket statement. There are parents who actively prevent the other parent from being a parent. We know that. We know there are bitter baby mamas and bitter baby daddies who will prevent their child from having a relationship from the other parent. But with me posting Happy Father's Day, Mom, and Russell posting this, it's as if, Kimora is the one out here keeping me away from my kids. And she said, I got you one better.
Don't ask the dads why they're not with their kids. Ask the moms why they couldn't be there, why they weren't allowed. So I took that as a situation because many, many people sent that to me. And I've noticed that he sends other messages too that are like, talking about brainwashing and stuff and of kids and all of this. I would just like to say, and I hate to do all this, but, when you come for me, like, Ding dong, I'm there, up out of my bed. I'm here to give it all of it to you that you wanted, sir. So I would just like to say my two girls, and Aoki Lee feels the same way, even whether she posted it or not.
And again, when I want y'all to know, when Kimora was on live, Aoki had already felt a way and was on her own live, doing her own thing elsewhere.
My two girls just recently graduated from college. Aoki graduated from Harvard University. She's one of the youngest students, certainly young women of color, to graduate from there at 20, at such a young age in probably most of recent history. We can go back together and see exactly when that was, but she's one of them. My other daughter, who's 23, about to be 24, also a whole ass adult, Ming, just graduated from NYU. Some people who were noticeably absent was their dad. Because
if you look at any of the posts that Kimora, Ming, or Aoki posted of the graduation stuff leading up to graduation, even posts on the girls' social media pages, they only really have posts of them and Kimora. There are not any, if at all, posts of them and Russell. So, Aoki out here working, doing her thing or whatever. So just scrolling quickly of her social media, it's mama stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I think for them, it's always been them and their mama. Because Kimora was for sure a teenage model. Aoki is following her mama's footsteps or whatever, her and Kenzo. So just from looking at the girls' pages, you do see them posting consistently things. It's their own page, but them and their mom. If we go to Ming's page, Ming, who's also doing her own thing, modeling or whatever, okay, she has posts again, her and the mama. Her and the mama. Her and the mama. We don't see much of nothing of them posting anything with Russell. It's really them and mom. So I think even Ming posting Happy Father's Day to her mother was because that's who, we see her with. There is nothing, not even any old photos of them and their daddy. So I think the fact that no one even paid attention to that, because you don't think about it at all. Okay. But it's her and her mama to the mamas. So I think that's a gotcha within itself. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep listening.
Mr. Simmons. And so I noticed then, as soon as we started posting our graduation pictures and all these things, he starts to post on his Instagram. People send it to me because he's blocked by all my children and myself. He's blocked. We don't engage with him. We don't talk to him. We haven't spoken to him in many months, many months, probably going on years. But I noticed that he started to cryptically post children of divorced parents are oftentimes brainwashed. And I thought, wow, and people really, probably start to believe that in the world, social media, I don't know. People take sides. We all know that. People don't know what they see. You can show them something like this and they're like, I don't know if that was a hand. I don't know what that was. We're not sure, right? You don't know what you see or what you don't see. But I noticed that I got a lot of comments from that. Again, these are all comments and reports because he's blocked. And that's been that way for a while. Also funny to note that he has been blocked for quite a very long time, but yet continues to post messages like we're friends, we're comrades, we're there. He posts all old pictures of my kids. Basically, in my opinion, my humble opinion, he's, I don't know, delusional and living some kind of a lie, to put it.
Super demanding. I think I'm style. You mean Jaylee Hansu. I think Jaylee Hansu, baby daddy, has the most sense of the three. I can't remember if I cut it out or not. It was over an hour, so I sped it up and then cut out little parts. Well, she admitted that she has three baby daddies. It was Russell, Jaman Hansu, and then the one white guy, the Lesnar guy, who was around the pound. Was it Ponzi scheming? And maybe it was investment. I don't remember. But Jaman Hansu was the one we don't really hear much about at all. So yeah, I would agree he's maybe the less problematic one, but at one point she did say that at any given time she can have issues with one or two of her baby days. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see.
It mildly, in my opinion. So I thought, wow, folks are really going to tell the public, that grown-ass kids are brainwashed? Now, we know that can be, right? I can help you with a lot of that. They could have, I don't know what, Stockholm Syndrome, a lot of stuff. But that's not the case with these kids. And again, most of you here know my kids. You see my kids. They grew up with you in the community. Even friends of mine and my exes, their dad, we're all of the family, friends, and relatives and everybody has stayed, cordial and friendly. You all know my kids. You all know. And I'm, by the way, like I said before, in case you didn't catch that, I'm the single mom of 5 kids. One of who I adopted, Gary, my handsome football player that you just saw.
I cut out all because she showed the one kid, Gary. She showed Wolf, who was her youngest son with the Lesnar guy, and she showed Kenzo. But I cut all the kids out. You know what I'm saying?
That was a personal adoption, meaning we know the family. And Gary's dad actually works for Russell too and is probably underpaid and can't afford his life too much. And so I stepped in there to help adopt and raise that child.
The fact that she has 4 bio children of her own, she then adopted a 5th child of someone they know who worked for Russell to help that family. She adopted a child.
For those of you that did not know. So you guys know my kids. My kids have worked at the UN. My kids are ambassadors of the world. My kids speak multiple languages. Like I said, my youngest daughter is the youngest kid to graduate in recent history from an Ivy League school. I'm a little upset, so I know I'm probably rambling and leaving out parts and jumping all over the place. I'm sorry. Y'all can hang up. I love you. I know everybody's going to be calling me later. But you all know that for sure that my kids are not brainwashed. So I thought that was crazy that people actually started to believe that because I could see the messages in the comments and, and sometimes people just want to have something to say, and I understand that too. So today, the whole topic, and I thought about people, all my friends in the industry and who I could call and what media people I could talk to about this and who do I go to talk about this. And I thought about this all the time, but I never really have, the right person, and it's never really come to me. So I just thought I'd turn on my thing here and say this. But
I think we also have to realize Kimora was so young when she got with Russell. Also, I feel like there are other women who probably came up at around the same time she did, who are also with powerful men, because we're not going to ignore the fact that Russell Simmons at that time was Russell freaking Simmons. Like, there was a point in time where Russell Simmons was that guy. Like, he isn't now because of those allegations, okay? However, there's probably so much that either she went through and also other women in her same position, probably in the same industry, dating men of the same caliber. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That endured stuff that just now, when they're in their 40s or even early 50s, late 40s, early 50s or whatever, are coming to grips with. Because who you were at 17, 18, 19, 20, you different at 40 up to 50. You know what I'm saying? You're different. So the fact that she's even like sitting here talking through 25, 26, 27, 28 years, because Ming is 24. So let's just say 4 years before Ming. So let's say 28 years ago, what she went through is what I feel like she's expressing to us now. Because some folk don't say that when Diddy, Big Mama, Misa was out here ranting, it's kind of the same. It's the difference is Kimora went further with what went on.
For someone to imply that my kids are brainwashed because they honored the job or the duty that their mom fulfills on a daily basis, 365 days of the year, 24/7, is crazy. No one's brainwashed. You guys can go and see, no one's delusional. Hold on one second. Wolfie? So you all know that my kids are not brainwashed. Those of you that know me here also know what kind of parent I am. I have been a parent pretty much all my life. I was a very young, probably too young, bride. So I had these kids very early. And
Hey Siri, how old is Kimora Lee Simmons?
Okay, I found this on the web.
How old is Kimora Lee Simmons? Lord Jesus. How old is Kimora Lee Simmons? Why can't they? Lord Jesus. She's 48. She's 48 years old. I don't know why it kept spelling Kimora's name wrong and it kept saying what? The fact that she's 48, her oldest is about to be 24. I don't even know when they got married. When did Kimora Lee get married? Kimora to Russell Simmons. I gotta be specific. Kimora was 17 when she met Russell. They got married in 1998. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, you know, her saying, I got married really young, I had my kids really young. And if you meet somebody at 17 and you date them from that point forward, you are basically being trained to be with them. You know what I'm saying? And you may not know until you're an adult how wrong that is or how much you endured at that time. So I felt like when she was talking and started crying, I'm like, I think it was the realization of what she actually went through at that age.
you guys know how much my family means to me, and you know how much my kids mean to me, and you guys know, all of you that know me absolutely know what kind of mother I am and what kind of family dynamic I have over here. I think it's very important for you all to know. If you look back in our history, I have always been the type of co-parent. You know, we were actually very famous for our co-parenting abilities and, you know, how we always put the good face forward and the good foot forward to the world. So you guys know that. If you pay attention to the time frame of things, you will see that some years ago, recently, this ex in question brought a lawsuit against me and my family, a completely frivolous lawsuit.
That's him when Russell was trying to sue her and her ex-husband, saying that they fraudulently used a company he was a partner in to use the money from it for bail for her husband, who she's not with anymore. And I think it turned out that supposedly Russell wasn't like working with the company at the time. So technically he did not have a stake in it, but I think that lawsuit is still pending.
Where he accused me of all kinds of crazy stuff like embezzling, you know, laundering, defrauding, all these things. Again, everybody that knows me knows that nothing could be like further from the truth. Clearly, I'm sitting right here in my home, right? There's no, you know, none of that. I didn't flee the country. I don't run. I don't have to hide from anybody. I didn't commit any atrocities that I need to answer for, you know, here or in the next life, at the gates, wherever I'm going to get. I don't have to do that like some other people.
That's a read. That's a read. Because saying you accuse me of these illegal things. However, you're the one who fled the country because of what you're being accused of. So how can you accuse me of things, but then you want to leave? I'm still here in my house, in my living room, okay? And you're the one who fled. You are. So who is the one who really did some things? And I think a lot of folks kind of forgot he's in Bali because of these sexual allegations against him from different women over the years. I also believe that Kimora's husband at the time, the white dude, I think his name was something Lesnar. I do believe that it's Tim Lesnar, because she was married to Russell Simmons from 1998 until 2009. She married Tim in 2014. She was partners. It was like a spiritual marriage or whatever with Jaimon Hansu from 2007 until 2012. So, you know, there's a lot going on. But I do feel like Russell be the one, like, he out here, like, Russell can't come here because of his stuff. So a part of me do believe that the Tim Lesnar dude could have possibly gotten some money of ill-gotten gain to be a part of his web of weave of lies and deceit, okay? And once Kimora found out, that's why they ended up breaking up.
So if you pay attention to, excuse me, I'm a little emotional, but I get like that. So do my kids, so sorry about that. But if you pay attention to when this lawsuit was launched, it's probably like a couple years ago, you'll notice that that's when all of these attacks started coming from my ex. You'll notice that that's when a barrage of crap started coming over here to us. You'll notice that the kids stopped kind of, over the past years, they stopped kind of seeing their dad as much. And also, again, I have 5 kids, so I've always been like, you know, an open book. All my other kids consider Russell to be, considered him to be at one point in time like an uncle. We were all very close. And that goes for all my baby dads, by the way. There's evidence of that. You can see them, you know, on various far and few between events, but you can see them sometimes like on the red carpet, and you'll see one person with all the kids, right? We get along like a family, like friends, like whatever.
We had seen that over the years.
So you'll notice that all of this,
and it stopped for a while. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Tracy, we round here all the damn time, honey. We got another 30 plus minutes to go. Okay. But you know, we did always see that, and then it did kind of abruptly stop. And then we did see the lawsuit, and now we don't see nothing.
This down talking and all of this stuff started to take a turn around these past couple of years, I think coinciding with that lawsuit. But I just want to come and say, you know, and I never get into this. I usually let people go and rant and rave. It's funny, though, how this particular person in question, because I could go in on a few of them, one by one. But it's funny how this particular person, if you, again, go look back, you'll see on their page that they post all these pictures like we're together, like we're friends. They've even posted pictures and then said, like, I just got off the phone with my kids. They sent me this great picture. None of that's true. I like receipts. So, of course, I have text messages. I have messages from all my kids. You know, you can go and see. I think the bottom line, like probably the breaking point for all of this was over the past many months when their dad just sort of cut them off.
Now, Aoki was on live talking about that. And so the fact that Kimora also brought it up is crazy to me, because what kind of parent is out here cutting the kids off? Like, what do kids do? And I also feel like if your kids are working hard in college, like, they not out here like this free balling it, you know what I'm saying, and whatever. They not out here just like living free and party. Like, both kids literally in college, getting degrees, also working, being really non-problematic, okay? I'm just saying, Russell be on some bullshit.
He was contributing a little bit of cash to their like monthly, you know, college spending, not much, a couple $100 probably, maybe $500, maybe a little more. Again, all these things can be, you know, proven with receipts. I love receipts, so folks can always go and get receipts and show over the years. And so one day he just kind of cut the kids off. There was no more money coming in, no more like allowance, quote unquote allowance. I think he probably did that just to double up the expenses on me, which is no problem. I stepped up, I did it. But when he did this, it was around just before finals and graduation. It was some months ago, just before finals and graduation. And he did it without telling the kids or talking to the kids or anything. He did it, it's funny, after he did an interview with, I heard some clips from an interview with this young man. I don't know, but I see him a lot. I think his name is Academic or DJ Academic.
And we know he's messy. DJ Academics is always in some mess. Period. Some whole mess. And the fact that both your daughters are, because she's saying that this happened months ago. We know that Ming and Aoki just graduated, but again, even Aoki said how this happened a few months ago while they were still in before they graduated. How he cut them off out the blue. And even if it's just 200, 300, 5, whatever, like, why not tell me? Because college kids, they depend on that money. And we know that New York is expensive. You hear me?
Oh, happy Juneteenth, you guys. We're doing all this on Juneteenth. Come on, let it go. Let it out.
Freedom.
So I saw in that clip, that was some months ago too, you can go and reference it and find it, where he told this guy, he was on and on about this guy, and I think it was about old school hip hop heads and how you should honor them, which I believe you should. But he was saying to the guy, like, I'm so rich, I got this and I got that, and I'm this and that. None of that could be further from the truth. You know, he has turned around, and then again, I have records and evidence of this where he's told the kids in writing, we have it, text messages, I'm broke, I this, I that, I can't, you know, go get it from your mom. Now, meanwhile, I have been financially carrying this person probably for the last at least 10 years, myself and my ex-husband. Again, this is all proven with receipts, so if whatever, somebody doesn't like what I'm saying, you know, we can talk about it, we can come, we can open up our receipts. I love it, I love receipts. But I've taken care of this person to the tune of many, many, many millions of dollars to help with their bills, their overhead, their companies that they run into the ground, their unsuccessful bids, all of their stuff.
Because let's not forget, Russell Simmons and all these lawsuits and being sued, like, that cost money. And that's just the stuff that we know. And when all those allegations came up, I'm sure a lot of folks put out funding for things. So, you know, things cost. And if you're no longer bringing in money and you're only spending, that could be an issue.
I don't necessarily speak for my kids, but I think I could take probably a good shot at it. They're sleeping right now because it's not even 8:30 in the morning. But my two oldest girls, they're young women. They're young women of the world. I think that was very tough for them, that their dad like kind of cut them off and cut off conversation and cut off helping them. And he's even said things to them like, why did you go to college? You shouldn't have gone to college. You wasted that money. You could have saved it. While I'm up here trying to hustle the kids over the finish line. You know, that was crazy. It's just been so many things that kind of negate what I'm trying to do over here at my house. Again, like, I live in Beverly Hills, California. You know, I go between New York and LA. People know how to find me. They know how to see me. I see people walking up and down the street all day, every day. I'm just not going to tolerate this from someone who's not on the streets walking around every day. They are, like, I don't know, apparently like hiding under a rock someplace far away in another country.
Because nobody really knows exactly where Russell lives. So her point is, I'm here at my house with a regular address, you know, regular day-to-day life. The kids is in regular school or whatever. Anyone who want to find me can really find me. We can't find you. We don't know where you at. Because he's hiding from the allegations and the charges.
You know, again, these girls are adults. They are young adults. I typically try to be very friendly and amicable with all my baby daddies, whatever. But I think it comes a time when you guys have to ask yourself, why are these women, young women, not supportive or not really trying to hear that? Or what have they gone through? What have they seen that they, you know, that has turned them off or that has put a bad taste in their mouth?
Because why would, if Russ was such a great guy and a great father, which he had been in the past, her point is, why would his daughters, who he was seemingly close with, why would both of them just decide to kind of not fuck with him? And she's like, it ain't because of me. It's because of what he doing. It ain't because of me. And the kids were at an age to where they can see things for themselves. They always say, you know, parents protect kids for a long time. And then once your children become of age enough to realize, oh, daddy ain't shit or mommy ain't shit, the kids make their own mind up because they're no longer children. They're teenagers, you know, high schoolers. And they can see, oh, you really be out here cussing mama out like that? That's how you treat mama? I can't rock with you. Can't do it.
You know, we've seen a lot lately over the years. And I have literally stood by these people and this man all my life. And I just get so emotional when someone tries to attack my parenting or my family or my kids that have tried so hard. You know, you can see all the press that we've done, all the interviews that we've done. I mean, it's a community thing. These kids graduating from high school, I'm in college, high school too. And all my friends, you know, I say the same thing. It's every person knows here that has had graduates. I graduated from college only just recently in the past like 5 years. It's tough. You know, they're teenagers developing into young adults now. They have lived their whole life in the public eye.
I also feel like, because her point is, my kids already have it hard enough, because kids in general have it hard enough in school. Not just her kids, but kids in general, you know, have a hard time. It's hard growing up and going from being a teenager to a young adult and trying to figure out life. And it makes it even harder if your father or one of your parents is coming at you on some beat of the S. Okay. And let's not forget how much the rumors and the allegations and the charges against their father that makes things worse, because not only are they young women in the world, people could feel like, well, what did your mama know? Your daddy, you know what I'm saying? So that makes things even harder for them.
Which I guess is a good thing and a bad thing, because it's good because you know my kids, you know my family, you know, and so I hope that the public can kind of decipher some of these things and some of this, you know, bullshit. But it's also bad because you grow up and, again, your stuff is in the public eye. You don't get to handle things that privately and discreetly, like other people may have a chance, that are not in the public eye. So I'm very touched and emotional. I become very emotional. People always say, Kimora, you're such a boss. You're such a leader, but you're so emotional. I am.
Because in life, we all know people going through stuff with their kids, with their spouse, with their ex, and they're able to do it on a small scale where only the block know that, you know what I'm saying, Junebug out there cheating on Betsy. You know, that Junebug around there messing with them girls down the street. Like, that's the block know. When the world know stuff, it can make it worse.
I'm emotional. I will, you know, like snap in a heartbeat when it comes to my kids. I think everybody knows that. And so the fact that you would come at this point and try to attack my kids or my family is crazy.
Right, Wanda. Aoki did say in her live how she felt like going against her father would cost her jobs, because, you know, people know him, and that could be a good or a bad thing. It could be a good thing because they may like Russell and want to hire his daughter, or they can be someone who don't like Russell because of the allegations, because of whatever they possibly went through with him. And I feel like that's upsetting, because as a child, you don't want your parents' BS to really affect you. And once you feel like we are allowing him to get away with it because we're staying silent, it's like, no, because now my allergies are going crazy. Because it's like, no, my child is hurting. Like, what you're doing is affecting my child, and you're getting worse and worse and worse at how you are treating them, and I can't allow you to keep doing it. And I ain't saying shit. I commend anybody who's willing to stand up against somebody who they feel has been holding them hostage by their bullshit. Period. And the longer people allow these men in power to be men in power and hold us down, the longer more people suffer. Period.
I'm very, very proud of my kids. I love them very much. And I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm tired of it. I literally woke up to this. I haven't had a chance to like get on the phone and call people and get the whole thing going and call publicists and call friends and do all that. I've gotten, enough. I just came on here and did it like this. I'm sorry. I'm in my living room. Those are all my crazy clothes. I'm renovating my closet, and so my clothes are here behind me, and so it looks like I'm in a warehouse, but I'm really in my living room. So I think if you look at just some of the facts, this person was not present at graduation. Again, there was not one graduation. There were several graduation events, both for NYU and Harvard. You can look these things up. There's a schedule. They're public events. Anybody can come or get tickets or show up or be there. They're usually in auditoriums. NYU was at Yankee Stadium. One of the graduations, the other ones were at smaller venues and locations. One of ours was at the Beacon Theater. They're all
keep your business off the internet, said the same people who clicked on the video about the business. Hypocritical. I agree. I feel like there are two sets of people in life. We have people who, and I mean like people who are posting about stuff, and also people who watch or whatever. We have people who will come on social media with their business and then say, I want it to be a private matter. And it's like, but you brought it here. But you also have people who bring it public so that the person doing shit can't keep doing it in private. You know what I'm saying? And then folks will come, watch a video and say, why it ain't, I don't care. Well, okay, well then click off. We love you either way. We love you either way. Okay. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not.
all over. The same for Harvard and Boston. There's many different groups that graduate. So Aoki's like a classics major. It might be the classics group or the division of arts and science, or the law group, the this group, the that group. Everybody has a graduation in addition to the school as a whole, right? So my point of saying all this is that hi Renbex, hi you guys. The point of saying all this is that if you look, this person has not been to any events, did not come to graduation. No, he wasn't particularly wanted, but no one stopped you. Hasn't sent a flower or a gift or a kind word. Cut the kids off when they were traveling around. Aoki was on a trip to Greece with the classics department. She didn't know that her little debit card or whatever wasn't working. That was a whole mess.
And Aoki posts about that on her story, on her IG, how she was in another country and he just cut it off and said, well, hopefully, you don't die there and your mom will stop suing me. Craziness.
And it's a lot. Again, you parents will know when you have kids that are in the middle of finals and studies and stuff like that, and stuff comes up and their things aren't going through and they're, whatever. It's been a stressful past months getting through college, and it's been a stressful past just couple of years dealing with this, just dealing with this craziness. Hold on. I'm just trying to see what you guys are saying and I can't. So I just want to say I usually stay here and I try to be very supportive of my family. I try to be very supportive all the time of even my baby daddies. I've sat quietly through things and, just because I'm a mom, I've tried to, look the other way for things and turn the other cheek. And I don't know, I sometimes feel like some of those things come back to haunt you over time and stuff like that. So, I'm not really sure, but I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. Again, like I'm sitting here with my kids in my house. Easy to find me, not running, not hiding, not,
Even her admitting, y'all, my allergies and my eyes are going crazy. But even her admitting that, she's turned a blind eye and basically been silent about stuff to basically spare kids, speaking about their fathers. I think that probably goes for Russell and the Tim guy. Because while Kimora, I think, defended the Tim guy until she realized, oh, you did that shit. And well, yeah, she sold stock for her husband because at that time she did not know he was guilty. I'm not going to blame a wife for defending the husband But once she found out, oh, you did that shit, she was like, no, 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 no. And then they weren't together anymore. Because eventually he had to admit that he did it. But that was after he admitted he did it, after they did the bail stuff. That was when he was saying he was innocent. So we should not conflate the issues as if he admitted to doing these crimes and then she said, oh, well, let me get the money together to get you out. It's like, no. When your husband, when your spouse is accused of something that they're first saying, I did not do, and they're in jail, you do get them out to fight the case. And when you find out that he didn't, it wasn't, see, let me stop. It wasn't, Russell was not working at the company. That's why in court, he had to pay a lawyer's fee because he wasn't working there. So let me stop watching the comment section because, you know, we're going to leave it be. Let's let her finish talking.
Not doing any of that. And so to have these constant attacks is just kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. And I know you're probably looking at me now, fool, watching this, I'm sure. Like, I'm not your friend. We're not friends. Like, the stuff that you've done to our family is just too much. Like, please just go in peace. Go and serve the Lord, whatever Lord you serve. You know, that's funny because on the one hand, you have all this yogi.
Thank you, lovely. The case was dismissed because she had proof that Russell sold part of his shares before the ex was jailed. So, you know, y'all know I try to, I don't like to spread fake news. So sometimes people say stuff as if it's fact and it isn't, and I don't want anybody to run with, oh, well, JayLee said, and it's like, you know, no. Okay, so I just don't want to spread fake news because, you know, YouTube don't like that.
Preaching this yogi karmic love. You know, I feel like that's an act. And then the real side, the real things come out and you're like super, you know, vindictive and mean and lying. Again, you can go back right now. You want to see a couple of lies. You can go on their page. You can look at all their pictures that they say things like we were just together. We just talked. They post pictures of my kids from years ago, making you think that they're right there, right down the street, right now, going through all this stuff. You know, you can look. You can gauge the date. You can see the comments. You can see they're blocked. We don't talk to them. These are all lies. You tell the one guy doing this interview, you're so rich, you're this and that. But yet in reality, I think you're probably pretty broke. And again, you know, all of this stuff is like, my picture frame broke. All of this stuff is like, okay, it broke. Again, all of this stuff is like, you know, documented and you guys can just see where we're coming from, where I'm coming from. I'm a good person. I'm very transparent in the fact that, in the sense that, you know, again, people know me. You guys know me. Some of you have never met me. You've grown up with me. You've seen my shows. You see my work. You wear my clothes. Others of you know me very well. You know me personally. You know my kids. You know my exes. You know the dads. A lot of people here know both of us, you know, and they know he's wrong. All the friends have said, this is wrong. This is crazy. We don't understand it. But they still support him. I feel like it's one of those things where he's just like a bigger than life kind of, you know, powerhouse. And so he just kind of turns and manipulates the press and people and to believe, you know, anything like gaslighting, you know, like that didn't happen. I didn't do that to you. I didn't do those things to you. I didn't, you know, you're imagining things. How many countless women have said this, have been told this, I should say, or would say this to you? Myself and my two girls who are adults included, you know, you guys didn't just start to see my kids. We didn't just go through a divorce. We went through this divorce, I don't know, 20 years ago. 20 some odd years ago. So this is not a situation, again, you can get receipts, you can go see where they say like, oh, kids been brainwashed, but we've been fine up until these past several years. So, you know, what happened? All of a sudden now the kids are brainwashed. All of a sudden now these young women who are grown women are babies. You know, they have their own relationship with you. You have your own not existent relationship with them. I'm just asking that you please leave us alone. You know, I've tried to go to lawyers and get help. I've tried to show all the crazy texts I've had to block, like, you do crazy shit like send flowers to yourself and take a picture and post it on the gram and tell everybody I sent you flowers. Again, I have receipts of all of this. I have receipts from your office saying that you sent flowers to yourself without my permission. I have all of this.
She did. I can't remember if we got to that part yet, but she did mention how, you know, her, other women like her who are still here, some who have passed away, aren't here anymore. When I heard her say that, I did immediately think that she meant Kim Porter, who was dealing with Diddy. Even her now describing, the gaslighting that Russell was doing to her and her children, meaning you're treating us like purity crap. And then when we complain about what you're doing, you tell us that that didn't happen. You are fucking with us to get up on our skin. And I think Aoki may be the more sensitive child to things. She may be the more emotional child and whatever. And I think if he know how to manipulate her. And I think the kids are no longer accepting his bad behavior. And because they're not accepting his bad behavior anymore, he's kind of making them out to be his new villain. And they're not having it.
You guys have never seen it because it just doesn't warrant, it doesn't rise to that occasion. I mind my own business. But please don't attack my children. They've been through so much. Don't attack my family, which is supposed to be your family too. Don't do that because you're at rock bottom. I don't know. Hypothetically, you're at rock bottom. You've hit the bottom. I don't know. You're grasping at straws. I don't know if this is a money grab. I don't really know what this is. I think it's probably all of the above. I have to say I think and allegedly and all these things just so I can be, right in saying like my feelings and how I feel, what I think.
Because if she don't say is how she feels, he can try and sue her.
But I met this person when I was in high school in St. Louis, Missouri. I was modeling. I was 16 years old. Like, I've known you, and everybody knows. Again, that's documented. You can see. I believe I was maybe a sophomore. I know it was before junior prom and senior prom because I went to both of those proms alone with my friends when I was dating them. So it was definitely long before junior and senior prom. I think it was around sophomore year.
So that's like 16. Even her sitting here thinking back to what she went through. Because again, when you 16, 17, 18, I told y'all when I was 17, I dated a man who was 30. When my parents found out, they was pissed. You hear me? It wasn't as if my parents knew of it. I believe Kimora mama knew of things. But Kimora mama also wasn't from here. Not saying that she openly gave her daughter away, but I do feel like on some level she thought, oh, we not from here. Rich man can take care of my daughter, wait till she's 18 and then whatever. Y'all know back then in that time, young women were dating older men as if it was normal. So I think this is her just thinking about, damn, I was a sophomore in high school dealing with him. And she's just reliving that stuff and trauma coming up.
Of high school, and again, everybody knows this in my life. They know I was walking around, they see me. The point of it is, I've known you a long time, and I've seen lots of stuff, and I just choose to not go there. Lots of things that I could say over the time. I'm typically the one that he and others would call to have their back, right? I'm the one that they would call to solidify everything, to validate everything. If you always look, whenever they get into trouble, they always want to hop up on the live and do a half screen with me. Again, this was years ago because we don't speak now. But, I'm always the one that kind of puts out the fire. I'm also the one that always runs to the defense of all my friends. So if you see any other women, certainly women that I've come up with, certainly women that are mothers of my other of my kids that I love, I come to their defense. So if they're down and out or something's wrong, yeah, you're always going to see Kimora, big mouth me, running up to the gate, running up to help. And you know why? It's because I feel like I'm the one that can't be bowled over. Some of these other people can be bowled over. A lot of my women, friends and other moms, they've gone through things. I've lost friends of mine. People have passed on. I've been through a lot. And I've seen where women a lot of times just don't get their just due. They don't get support.
And she's right. And a lot of people will just be like, well, I'm pissed about this, that, or the other. And versus addressing what's really wrong, they stay in that pissness. So her point in saying, you know, a lot of people, a lot of females who've gone through what I went through or worse never got any help because no one spoke up about it. Because, as I said, these men who I empower stay in power because no one speaks up.
They don't have anything to show for their life and their contributions because they depended on a man. I am not that. I'm one of the few. I'm one of the few. And there's a handful. You can count us in your hands. I'm one of the few that doesn't have to do that. I'm one of the few that has my own stuff. And because of that, I feel like I'm the one that can speak up. I'm the one. My stuff does not depend on, my paycheck doesn't depend on these buffoons,
And that's true. She's one of the only one who made a name for herself. Now, some folks said, well, nah, Russell gave her baby fat. No. He had Fat Farm, and yes, baby fat was, the female version of Fat Farm, but Kimora did all the work. Like, anybody can put their name on something and call it Sheba Sheree. Is it gonna sell? Baby fat was a whole time. Okay, a whole time. So she absolutely made a name for herself with her modeling, the fashion stuff, all that she's done. Again, anybody can try to make a line. But if you're not the creative person pushing it, making it a success, the success of baby fat was strictly Kimora's, her baby. She did that. And we do know of a lot of men who have women who be around a long time, but they have no name outside of being so-and-so's wife, so-and-so's baby mama. They don't do nothing outside of being that, or if they do, they're always outshadowed by the man they're with.
Whereas some of my other friends, they do, their life does depend on that. And so they can't always speak up. So that's another just side note as to why you see me running. Anytime there's an issue, I'm going to run because I'm the one that you can't knock down. I'm the one that you're not just going to ignore and step over me. And so that's just a little side note as to why you will always see me fighting or taking up women's causes. You guys know that. I work with Skid Row. I work with unhoused homeless children, women and children, infants. You know this. This is my life's work. I have, adopted my third son. I mean, I'm a global citizen of the world. I'm a woman of the world. I'm a business, woman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm just, tired of it. Please leave us alone. Stop with all these lies.
Prolific Queen, I've seen your comments, my love, my darling, my sweet baby. We understand that Russell, her being married to Russell, put her in close proximity to be indoors. However, you can be in close proximity to people and still not do shit. I feel like we should not make it seem as if, and I'm not saying that you doing this, I'm giving my opinion. We should not make it seem as if the only reason that she had a name for herself is because of all the work he put in. No. Once he put her in whatever rooms, she had to work to do what she did. We know of plenty of people who in rooms right now and can't do shit. We know plenty of folk who can be right next to somebody and can't do shit. We know plenty of folk who can be the background singer to Beyonce, to Tank, to everybody. We know plenty of people who are in rooms with people who put them in them rooms and they still don't make it do what it do. So I want to give her the proper due because I'm old enough to remember how popular and how massively successful and global baby fat was. That was her. That wasn't him. Any man can marry a woman and bring them into a room and say, hey, she want to have a clothing line. If you don't do the work you won't have the brand. So I don't want us to sit here and like kind of make it seem as if she did not do the work, even if her husband at the time put her in a room with people to get her deal. So we shouldn't do that. Like, we not gonna give Russell the credit for the work of what Kimora did. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. That's the same thing as saying we all on YouTube. However, everybody don't have the same success as others because we are still working to grind. Kimora grinded. She did. Even being married to Russell, she still had to do the work. And when they separated or whatever, she still had to do the work. Baby fat outlived Fat Farm. So I'm not saying that Kimora made it on her own as if he never helped her. Yes, he put her in rooms. He did. However, once he put her in the room, she had to do the work. I because of the things Russell has been accused of over the years or whatever, I feel like we not gonna just be like, well, yeah, well, she made it because of him. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't. That's just me personally. And I'm not saying anybody in particular. I'm just saying my opinion on, because I've seen other people on Twitter and stuff kind of making it seem as if Kimora Lee ain't do shit. So I'm saying this as this in general of all the comments I've seen throughout today of folks trying to make it seem as if Russell is the reason for the season. I'm like, no. I just don't believe that. That is my personal opinion. I'm just saying. But y'all know I love y'all.
And I see a lot of comments, and thank you guys. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I just am saying, please, like, leave us alone. We tried to help you. We somewhere there's love for you. Please try to raise above and just leave us alone. Like, I have done everything I could to raise my kids. I've done everything I could, oftentimes alone. I've been like scammed up one side of the street and down the next, and I'm still standing. I'm still okay. That's not, those things the same cannot be said for other people. I'm from St. Louis. I see people on here from St. Louis. And they're saying, like, we're strong and we're not going to take that. Yeah. I'm from St. Louis. I'm not going to take this. And one of my baby daddies, the one in question, is from Queens. And so I never thought either that Queens would come through like that. That is not representing Queens. You know what I'm saying? You are not official. You are not thorough. You do not stand up and support your family. You scream and stand there on the side and throw tantrums, and you are a spoiled brat. When something doesn't go your way, it just gets worse. You know how they say, like, the squeaky wheel gets the grease? They're the squeaky wheel. And I'm not the squeaky wheel, but I think I get my just due from God. My God that I serve, I'm blessed. I don't miss a beat. That kind of tells me every day that karmically I'm going down the right, path. I'm always rewarded. My kids are good. And so I think that's just a little bit of like juxtaposition there, but also just to guys, it's kind of a tired narrative that you always want to blame the mothers of these kids, especially, like I say, when they're adults. You want to blame, the moms and say that you didn't see your kids and they wouldn't let you in. But again, these are adults. They have telephones. They have emails. You can go see them. They have jobs. They have, nothing is preventing someone from being a good person or a good parent, but that person themselves. That's a relationship that you need to take up with the Lord. You need to take that up with your God and with your kids. But don't attack them when they don't support this lying narrative. Don't attack them when things don't go right, and it doesn't prove you to be. Gary, I seen you sign on. Is this Gary the little one or Gary the big one? That's Gary the big little one. Gary, hang up the phone. You're not supposed to be on here. You're supposed to be at camp. This is grown folks' business. Grown folks' business, Vashawn. Get your butt to football. So, dang, and now Kenzo's on here too. Y'all back out. How do I exit folks out of the thing?
I love her being a mom while on live reading her baby daddy. Two of her kids pop on her live, and she's like, no, get y'all ass off the live and go to camp.
Kenzo and Gary, take your butts to where you need to go, sirs, 13 and 14-year-old gentlemen. But that's all I wanted to say. I feel like this was just such a long, emotional rant, but thank you guys for, hearing me out. I'm just kind of tired of it. We don't engage with you. We don't consider you. We, do our best to survive and stay upright, regardless of you, regardless of folks who are not supportive. We still do, just fine.
I think she needs to be on Housewives of Beverly Hills. I do her and Garcelle. I would love to see it. Not this season, because we know they already filming. But next season, I would love to see her on there.
But don't punish children for expressing their emotions. Don't, let's see. Let me see what this is saying. Hold on, it's going so fast. I can't read all this, but I love you guys. It's so much. It's like jumping, and I'm trying to address the things that you guys are saying. But the point of it is just don't attack the kids and don't attack the moms. And even though these are, oh my God.
Get your ass off this goddamn.
What are you doing?
Goodbye.
No, I'm not done.
Oh, you're done. You're fucking done.
Look who's here.
Don't let.
Look who's here.
Get your ass off this
so
line.
this is who woke me up this morning, my friend, my beloved.
Get off.
And I saw her posting comments, and folks were like, oh, I guess you know her. And I said, yeah, I guess she does. She is. She's here every day, every other day. Here she is right here. She just drove up. We might as well go do some things now. What you want to do?
You know I brought the shit. When this come out, woo!
That's the good weed. The good ganja.
When this come out, it's a lot in here. It's a lot in here. We won't tell you what all that is. It smells good, though. So, again, this is my best girlfriend, Hachu. She's hair person extraordinaire to everybody. But again, she's a single mom. Her baby, our baby, is, how old is our baby? 23, the same age as Ming's. So again, I just think, don't attack the moms. Don't attack the kids for saying what they feel. My kids have been through so much, and they have accomplished so much. We're so proud of them. They're young business women. They're making it in a time where it's very tough for anybody. Don't come down on them for how they feel. And oftentimes the reason that you don't see a lot of us or them on this topic is because they're afraid to say stuff. They're afraid. They don't want to speak up. They don't want to rock the boat. Women are afraid sometimes. Afraid to speak up, afraid of what's going to happen, afraid of how their class is going to view them or their job is going to view them or whatever, their friends or their peers. And I'm just not going to have that. We're not going to do that to Ming or Aoki or Kenzo, Gary, Wolf. We're just not. So let me see. What else? I love you guys too. Thank you so much for listening to me on a Monday morning. And the point of all of this is I did not bring you down too much. I want to uplift you guys. And I want you all to know that you can make it. You can be a single mom. You can be a victim of abuse and all kinds of things. We support you. We support one another. You can make it out. I'm here to tell you that. You can hold your head high and proud. Don't let things that have happened to you become you. You know how they say you don't have to look like what you've been through? You don't have to become what you've been through. So I think just stay strong. I think that's it.
I'm going to leave it there, okay? Because I already posted the whole live earlier that she did. But again, my whole thing was, look, whatever she said Russell did, he did that shit, okay? I think he did. I think There is no reason for Aoki to come online. I feel like there's no reason for Kimora. I just don't think there's a reason for them to make up the fact that he be on some bullshit. Now, Kimora did post a couple of stories after her live. I'm so sorry to have to do this, but this man has been threatening my kids' lives. I'm hearing so much more now. We won't be bullied, threatened, or afraid. Who gives a fuck? You know, we seen the video of him yelling at Aoki, and if you watch his mouth, he's saying, "I'm broke. She stole everything from me." So, you know, that's where, you know, the comments about his money comes from, because he said he was broke. We see her posting some screenshots of Russell's posts and stuff. You know, she's saying, you know, leave my kids alone. The narrative of attacking the only caregiver, the only parent in the home with the kids, the mom and the kids for one's own shortcomings and embarrassments is dead. Okay. The abusive, the same abusive-ish. This is how you maneuver with the world and women all around you. Your threats and lies and intimidation and maneuvers and tactics are sad, so stop it, please. Your own flesh and blood, enough is enough. You said Aoki and Ming would never work again and that you'd ruin her and them. Really? This is how you learn. If people don't mess with you, then they don't mess with you. No love lost. And for those of you who know and send love and support, thank you. We love you. Okay? So, to me, I feel like sometimes you have to air out your problems. You can't air them out and then say, I need privacy. I need everyone to give me privacy. No, you and your daughter can't come on live and ask for privacy, and they have not. I feel like I like the fact her whole point was sometimes you have to call a thing a thing. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel triggered, sometimes, you know, you air things out. If you've been trying to fix it and it's not being fixed, and to the world, he's this great father figure, but behind closed doors, he around here fucking with you. Sometimes you air people out. You don't always have to. I feel like they don't have to. Look, everybody have a mad day. Mad day. Everybody has a mad day where you are sick of their stuff, and you just vent. I've had plenty of mad days over the years, okay? And once you air it out, you leave it be. That's it. And when you feel like if I speak out against him, he'll ruin me, as Aoki said, as she felt like I'm gonna probably lose my jobs, I won't get booked, because he's Russell Simmons, so he has a little bit of pull or whatever. So when you feel like somebody has that over your head, you have mad day and you just go off. And I don't even feel like Kimora or Aoki went off. They vented their frustrations, and someone they feel is fucking with them. Period. Okay? Anyway, everybody's opinion here is valid. Mine matter the most because it's my channel. I love you all. Okay? Y'all know opinions like we all have them. Everybody gonna see this their own way. I don't care. My opinion is everybody is allowed a mad day. Okay? We do not have to sit around here and stay silent when people are tormenting us in private. Okay? Period. Okay? And sometimes you have to watch the whole situation to have a valid synopsis of what's going on. Okay? So that's why I put the whole live of Kimora up earlier today for y'all to watch at y'all leisure. We seen what Aoki said. We seen Russell post making it seem as if they cool, and Kimora said he lied. We've seen the video of him yelling at Aoki. So my thing is, what that mean? Okay. Anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow for a Tuesday night pop culture, gossip, news, influencer. Y'all know every night at 9 o'clock we here. Every night, 9 p.m. we round here. Okay, now I know for a fact, Mel from Love and Marriage Huntsville had her name change ceremony. Something happened because Shanita Foster, who was there, who was a former football wife, was on live talking about it. I got it recorded on my phone. So tomorrow we will discuss what happened at Mel's name changing event for Love and Marriage, and plus other things too. Okay, so please be sure that y'all have liked the video. Y'all have subscribed. Okay, y'all will share this video. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, I love you all. Please be safe. Be safe wherever you are. Okay, because I don't want nothing happening to y'all. Okay, I gotta go though. I love you all. Gotta go. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.